First light on Kepler-22b. Prologue. The year was 2147 when humanity first set foot on Kepler-22b, a planet orbiting a sun-like star 600 light-years from Earth. The voyage had taken nearly a century, with generations born and lost in the cold silence of space. But now, at long last, the first dawn on an alien world was about to break. Commander Elias Carter stood on the observation deck of the Daedalus, gazing at the planet below. Lush emerald jungles stretched across the continents, interrupted by great sapphire oceans that shimmered under the distant sun. A paradise, untouched by human hands. But they weren't the first to be here. They had discovered ruins. Chapter 1. Arrival. The shuttle Orpheus descended through the thick atmosphere, its hull rattling as it broke through the clouds. The crew, Carter, Drive, Anika Patel, Lieutenant Darius Cole, and engineer Marco Vasquez, held their breath as they passed over an expanse of colossal stone structures. Monoliths, standing in eerie silence, covered in bioluminescent vines that pulsed like veins beneath the twilight. "This isn't just nature at work," Patel whispered. This is intelligent design." Carter nodded, gripping the controls. The mission had been simple: establish a base, study the environment, and determine if Kepler-22b could sustain human life. But now, everything had changed. They were stepping onto a world that had once been home to something else. As they touched down near the ruins, a strange wind howled across the plains. It sounded almost like a whisper. Chapter 2. The Ruins. The team advanced carefully, weapons holstered but ready. The structures were massive, their surfaces engraved with intricate symbols that seemed to shimmer under the alien sun. "This language is unlike anything we've ever seen," Patel murmured, running her hand over the carvings. "It's not just writing. It's a sequence, a pattern." Vasquez scanned the structure with his analyzer. No radiation, no active energy readings. Whatever was here, it's been dead for a long time. Cole knelt beside a pile of debris. "Unless it's not dead, just waiting." The wind picked up again, rushing through the ruins with an eerie, breath-like sound. Carter turned sharply. Something had moved in the shadows. "Did anyone see that?" A long silence. Then Vasquez chuckled nervously. "Just your imagination, Commander." But Carter wasn't so sure. Chapter 3. First Contact. That night, as the team set up camp, Patel deciphered part of the engravings. "It's a warning," she said. "It mentions the first light and the awakening." Carter frowned. "What does that mean?" "I don't know, but it keeps repeating one phrase: they wake when the light touches the stone." A chill ran through the team. The first sunrise on Kepler-22b was only hours away. Then, the whispering wind returned. Only this time, it carried voices. Low, inhuman, calling to them. Cole drew his weapon. "We are not alone." From the darkness, figures emerged. Tall, lithe, covered in bioluminescent patterns that pulsed with the same rhythm as the ruins. Their eyes glowed with a golden hue, their movements eerily fluid. They had been waiting. And now, with the coming dawn, they were waking up. Chapter 4. The Awakening. The first light of Kepler-22b crept over the horizon, illuminating the ruins in a golden glow. The alien figures, once statuesque and lifeless, began to move with purpose. The patterns on their bodies grew brighter, synchronizing with the rising sun. Patel gasped. "They're photosynthetic. The light is activating them." One of the beings stepped forward. It tilted its head, studying Carter before speaking. The voice was layered, harmonic, as if multiple beings spoke at once. "You are not the first." Carter swallowed hard. "Who are you?" "We are the keepers of the first light. We have waited for the cycle to begin again." The team exchanged uneasy glances. Patel hesitated. "What cycle?" The being's glowing eyes darkened. "The cycle of consumption, of rebirth. Your kind has come before. And like before, you will feed the light." The ruins trembled. The ground beneath them shifted. The monoliths were not structures. They were tombs. And something beneath them was waking up. Chapter 5. The Truth. Carter grabbed Patel's arm. "We need to get out of here. Now." But the keepers raised their hands, and the world around them pulsed with energy. The jungle shivered. The very air vibrated, and from the earth, colossal figures began to rise. Ancient, serpentine, with glowing eyes like dying stars. Cole shouted, opening fire, but the bullets passed through them like smoke. These weren't just creatures. They were something else entirely. Something beyond human understanding. Patel clutched her tablet, voice trembling. They're not alive, they're projections. Echoes of something older. The lead keeper stepped forward. The first light must be fed. You awakened us. Now you will join us. Carter's heart pounded. He had made a grave mistake. Chapter 6. Escape. The ground split apart as the towering figures reached for the sky. The ruins pulsed like a living heart, their energy rising toward the heavens. Carter grabbed his communicator. Vasquez, get the shuttle ready. The team sprinted back toward Orpheus, the keepers watching them with unreadable expressions. They did not chase. They did not need to. Because the first light was rising. As Orpheus blasted off, Carter looked back. The monoliths had transformed, no longer ruins but beacons of golden energy, stretching into space like celestial lighthouses. Patel's voice was barely a whisper. They weren't waiting for us. They were waiting for the sun. The realization hit Carter like a blow. This was not a world meant for humans. Kepler-22b was never meant to be colonized. It was meant to be a trap. And now, the first light had been set free. Epilogue. As Orpheus rejoined Daedalus, the ship's long-range scanners picked up something terrifying. A signal, not just from Kepler-22b, but from hundreds of worlds beyond. A pattern, a cycle, a warning, sent too late. And in the endless void of space, something ancient had begun to wake.